INFS 422, Information Storage and Retrieval. Session 1. An overview of information storage and retrieval. Session Overview. One of the attributes of the information age is information overload, that is, the availability of tons of information in different formats. We often go to the library to search for both print and e-resources. If the books in the library, for example, are neatly arranged on the shelves without being organized by cataloging and classification, searching for just a single book will be a Herculean task. Information storage and retrieval or information retrieval is about the deliberate organization of information to make them easily retrievable to meet the information needs of individuals. The advent of computers and technological advances have changed how information is organized, stored, and retrieved in many ways. Session Outline. The key topics to be covered in the session are: Topic 1, Definition, Purposes, and Characteristics of Information Retrieval Systems. Topic 2, Components of an Information Retrieval System, and the Information Retrieval Process. Topic 3, Types and Everyday Uses of an Information Retrieval System. At the end of the session, the student will be able to explain information storage and technological advances have changed retrieval. Identify its main purposes, characteristics, and everyday uses. Definitions, purpose, and characteristics of information retrieval systems. What is information storage and retrieval? Information storage and retrieval. Information retrieval, IR, also called information storage and retrieval, ISR or ISAR, or information organization and retrieval, is the art and science of retrieving from a collection of items a subset that serves the user's purpose. Harnes, 2013, Para 1. A branch of computer or library science relating to the storage, locating, searching, and selecting upon demand relevant data on a given subject, ANSI Thesaurus. The systematic process of collecting and cataloging data so that they can be located and displayed on request, the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia, the technique and process of searching, recovering, and interpreting information from large amounts of stored data, Science and Technology Dictionary, cited in Singh, 2016, it relates to the organization of, processing of, and access to information of all forms and formats, Chowdhury, 2004, p. 1. Information retrieval, IR, is a discipline concerned with the processes by which queries presented to information systems are matched against a store of texts. The term text may be substituted with still images, sounds, video clips, paintings, or any other artifact of intellectual activity. Robbins, 2000, p. 57. Purposes of an information retrieval system, IRS. An IRS is designed to fulfill the following purposes: to collect and organize documents and information of different formats in different subject areas and make it available to users upon request. To make the right information accessible to the right user upon request. To meet his or her information need. To serve as a bridge between content creators or generators and users of those contents or information. To retrieve bibliographic items or exact matches of texts of queries from different information retrieval systems such as full-text databases or multimedia information. Characteristics of an effective information retrieval system, IRS. To fulfill its purposes, an IRS must be flexible and equipped for prompt information dissemination. Information filtering, i.e., unwanted information must be excluded. Active switching of information, such as switching from web search to email access, receiving information in a desired format, browsing or surfing. Getting information in an economical way. Expensive academic databases, for example, may not be patronized by academic institutions. Current literature, or up-to-date information. Accessing other information systems. Interpersonal communication, example live chats and sharing of information via social media, personalized help, example provision of anticipated help topics to facilitate ease of use, and must be user-friendly, i.e., must consider the convenience of the user, Liston and Shaheen, as cited in Chowdhury, 2010 p16. Information retrieval process. Any information storage and retrieval system will have a complex series of operations before documentary information can be used. 1. The information must be recorded in documents. 2. Each document must be stored with others in some accessible place and its location known. 3. Characteristic aspects of each document profile, and this must be recorded with others in the same file. 4. The potential user must formulate some query or express some interest in terms of characteristics recorded about documents. 5. This user profile must be compared with document profiles and the locations of the matching documents identified. 6. The documents must be located and presented to the user. Components of an information retrieval system. Lancaster, cited in Chowdhury, 2010, indicates that an information retrieval system is made up of 6 main components. 1. The document selection system. 2. The indexing subsystems. 3. The vocabulary subsystem. 4. The searching subsystem. 5. The user system interface, a platform for interaction between the user and the system. 6. The matching subsystem, the system that matches the user's queries to the document representations. The document subsystem, it involves the location, selection, ordering and receipt of source materials for collection. This process emphasis on 2 aspects, currency of information and completeness of information, both consist of the following tasks: determination of current and probable future requirements of potential users of IRS. Formulation of a policy, acceptance of source material as defined by subject coverage, publication type, or other criteria. Comparison of available or incoming source materials with policy to determine which shall be included in the IRS. Indexing subsystem and vocabulary subsystem. This system is for naming subjects in the way we have described, called an indexing language and / or any other language. It consists of 2 parts, a. vocabulary and b. syntax. If we use term as they appear in documents without modification, we are using natural language. In this process, we face problems arising out of the use of words/terms, or else use of the word order, syntax. For example, child psychology may express as psychology for children. Therefore, a controlled vocabulary is used. Vocabulary control involves the establishment of relationships among analytic, often an arbitrary basis, but most of them based on the prediction of those relationships that may facilitate identification of all source materials that have been indexed. For example, instead of children's libraries, we use libraries and children. A controlled vocabulary is a part of an artificial indexing language. The notation of a classification scheme is an example of this artificial language. Searching subsystem. Searching subsystem is one of the major subsystems of an information retrieval system. In this subsystem, at the beginning users' queries are being received and interpreted by the search system, then appropriate search statements are formulated, and the actual search, i.e., matching queries with the surrogates of information resources file, is conducted with a view to retrieving the required information. User system interface. The receiver of information-bearing documents becomes a source, encoding the message in form of an inquiry when we discover any information in our store, which appears to match the inquiry. And we can pass them to the inquirer, who can decide whether they match his requirements. The matching subsystem, It matches the document representation against request representation, that is, when documents relevant to query have located, a match has achieved. Search engine acts as a giant matching device. The matching subsystem has no direct influence on effectiveness of the complete system. It plays a great role in overall system efficiency. The information retrieval process in IR system supports three basic processes. 1. The representation of contents of the documents. 2. Representation of the user's information need. 3. Comparison of the two representations. These processes involves elements. Figure 1. Round boxes represent processes, square boxes represent data. The basis for IR is that documents or information have been organized and stored in a way that makes it searchable by users to meet their information needs. Documents in an IRS are processed into an indexing process. A user formulates his problem/information need in a query. Query formulation. The IR software compares/matches the query to the index. Matching process. The user is presented with a set of retrieved documents which he judges for relevance or appropriateness in meeting his need. Feedback. The query can be modified if the retrieved documents are irrelevant. Hyamstra, 2009. Elements of an IRS. Types of IR systems. IRS can be categorized as in-house and online. In-house information retrieval systems. In-house IRS are developed by libraries or information centers to serve their clientele. For example, a library catalog for searching information items or checking their availability. Online information retrieval systems. Online information retrieval systems is one which have been designed to provide access to remote database to a variety of users, via a computer terminal directly interrogate a machine-readable database. The main features or characteristics of online IRS are: the terminal can be remote. Time sharing, so several users can be online at one time. Information is communicated instantaneously. Online IRS provide users with remote access to online public access catalogs, OPACs, provide facilities for library users to carry out online catalog searches, and then to check the availability of the required information source. Commercial databases such as CD-ROM and academic databases. Electronically categorization of IR systems based on purpose, functions, and contents. Online database provide access to peer-reviewed scholarly information. Resources are subscription or fee-based services. Digital libraries and web information service. Information is stored in digital formats, often free and accessed via the web search engines. Free tools designed to search vast amounts of information resources on the World Wide Web. OPAC searching library catalogs online by bibliographic details of documents such as author name, title of document, keywords, call number, etc. Everyday uses of IR systems. IR systems was originally designed to retrieve text-based and bibliographic databases. With the advancements in ICT, IR systems are used in different aspects of our everyday lives, including access to information from bibliographic or full-text databases, e.g. Web of Science, LISA, access to e-books and e-journals, World Public Library at http://worldlibrary.net, Emerald at www.emeraldinsight.com, access to information from email services and mobile phone. Search for information on company or institutional intranets. Access to web information via URLs, search engines, and subject gateways. Provide links to more academic, reliable information. Access to information from social networking sites. Search for information from library. OPACs, Chowdhury, 2010.